So I teach my 8:30 p.m. class on Thursday, my Chill Vibes Power Flow. So it's just kind of like, now there's like a little sister class to it. And then, so that's Tuesdays at 8:30. And then he's also teaching every third Sunday. I think it's third. I guess I should double check. But, and it's like a 2 hour kind of recovery for athletes on the afternoons on Sundays. So if you're interested in that, the info will be, just ask me after class and I'll get you like the correct info for sure. And the info should be on our website as well. And then my stuff, I have my embodiment class this coming Saturday. So my embodiment class is my once per month offering. It's 2 hours. It's yoga for about 45 minutes, breath work for about 40 minutes, and then sound at the end. So it's my 3 favorite modalities all wrapped up into one class. And it's basically just meant to, like the name of the class says, bring you into your body, just experience everything that is flowing through you in a more energetic way rather than just thinking your way through. So if you're interested in that, this coming Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m., it's $30 per person. It's through the local co-op rather than like Mosaic. Yeah. And I think as far as other announcements go, I can't really think of anything important. Any questions, concerns, comments, announcements of your own? Okay. Then let's just practice. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat, your seated meditation. You can sit up on your block if you want. It's just nice to give your hips a little extra space sometimes. But if you feel good down on the ground on your sit bones, totally fine as well. So I always like to take a moment and just kind of move a little bit, get some physical feedback, notice what's going on in my physical body, how I woke up. Just kind of notice your little aches and pains, your tender areas, and then eventually settle into stillness. So close your eyes and just sit nice and tall. So feel into the length from the base of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head. Maybe even visualize that line of energy from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. Notice any tension that you might be holding that you're not even aware of. So are you holding tension through your face, through your forehead, through your jaw, through your shoulders, through your fingers? Just by bringing more awareness into those places, maybe something starts to shift or soften a little bit. You can start to notice, if you haven't already, just the rise and fall of your breath, the subtle expansion and contraction of each inhale and each exhale. If you're a visual person, maybe you even want to visualize your breath flowing up and down your spine, flowing up and down that long line of energy inside of you. So this right here is the yoga. Taking time to tune in, to pay more attention, become more present, become more aware of what's already happening. Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. When you think you are full, see if you can even find an extra little sip of air at the top. And then big open mouth sigh, let it go. Ah, good. Just like that again. Inhale, fill up. Take that moment of pause. Keep holding your breath, but see if you can relax and soften just a little bit around your held breath. And then open your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Ah. Beautiful. One more, just like that. Biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. So fill up every little space inside of you. Let the breath circulate around. Maybe you want an extra little sip. And then as you are ready, open your mouth and just let it go. Ah. Seal your lips now and begin to drop into Ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So see if you can start to create that whisper noise, that oceanic sound. It's just like When we pinch a balloon to let the air out really, really slow, that's what we're doing with our breath. That's what we're doing with those muscles in the back of our throat. So we're regulating the breath, slowing it down, smoothing it out. See if you can feel your diaphragm working. So your inhale, belly, ribs, chest, everything expands, gets bigger. Your exhale, everything hugs in, contracts. At the bottom of your exhale, feel your belly button pull in and up towards your spine. So you could stay here the entire practice, just sitting, just breathing, and get so much out of it. So stay here as long as you would like. Come back here at any time. If you are ready for some movement, keep this breath with you and come forward to your hands and your knees. So tabletop position, and just start to move any way you want to. So if you're not sure where to go, cat-cows is always a great place to begin. Inhale to arch, lift the crown of your head and your tailbone, spinal extension. And then exhale to round and curl in, hollow out, spinal flexion. So you could start with those two movements, really feeling into the flexion and extension of your spine. And then from there, see if you can get a little more creative, be a little more intuitive. So just start feeling around. It always helps me if I close my eyes to get out of my head. So try not to worry how you look. Let go of looking good. Let go of how anyone else in this space looks, and just focus on what you are experiencing with your felt senses. Focus on your slow, spacious breaths, those ujjayi breaths. Good. Nice, you guys. And then in about your next 5 rounds, so anything goes from your hands and knees for about 5 more breaths. Then eventually down dog is our destination. So you can start to find your way back to your downward facing dog whenever you are ready. Nice job, everybody. Once you're back in your dog pose, keep feeling around, keep that little bit of movement and exploration going. So just a quick question from me to you. If you would like a hands-off practice today, you do not want any physical adjustments or hands-on touch, I don't take it personally. But just give me one leg in the air as a little signal that you would like a hands-off practice. Okay, thank you, thank you. And then back to down dog, couple more breaths. If you want to, you can now lift one leg and then the other leg just to stretch and feel. So whatever feels good in your body. Don't worry, especially in this first down dog, don't worry about getting your legs straight. Don't worry about getting your feet flat on the ground. Feel into all that length from your fingertips up to your sit bones. Feel into the strong foundation of your hands. The strength through your shoulder girdle, soften through your facial muscles, and feel into your big, deep breaths. Take one more inhale, everybody, into your downward facing dog. And then as you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, and however you would like to get there, forward fold. Hang out in your fold for a few breaths. I recommend for this first one, feet hips width distance apart, or maybe just a little bit wider. All of your toes face forward, and perhaps a ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows and just kind of sway or bob or bounce. So in your forward fold, rather than rocking back into your heels and locking out your knees, see if you can bend your knees a little bit or a lot of bit, and then bring your weight more into your toes and the balls of your feet. So your heels are still on the ground, but they're light. Now focus on using your core to lift your butt up as high as you can, working your legs a little bit straighter. So like there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button and it's pulling straight up towards the ceiling. You're a rag doll, you're hanging, you're dangling. So let your upper body be heavy, let your head be heavy. Yes, take one more big breath. As you inhale, find a halfway lift position. So stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward. Nice, Kev. Exhale, fold and bow. Do that once more, halfway lift. Press back through the tops of your thighs and broaden your sit bones. Exhale, fold. From the press of your feet, all the way up this time. So come through your halfway lift and keep rising. Reach up and stretch jaw. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Flow with your breath. Inhale, high mountain. Reach up. Feel your side bodies nice and long. Slow dive, hinge at your hips, lead with your heart, bend your knees a lot if you feel it in your low back. Halfway lift as you inhale. How much length can you create? And exhale, nice, Nick, let it go. Fold all the way to empty, connect to your center. From that place, rise. Inhale, arms to the sky, nice, Chris. And hands to heart center as you exhale. Let's do one more round like that. Maybe close your eyes this time as you move through it. Inhale, reach up. So from the inside out, feel yourself. Exhale, slow dive. Feel your body moving through space. As you breathe in, your spine grows nice and long, parallel to the ground. So feel into that length from the crown of your head back to your hips. And then exhale, fold all the way to emptiness. Find your center and rise up. Heart leads, arms to the sky, perhaps even gaze up. Hands to heart, exhale. Nice job, friends. All right, grab hold of your block and bring it in between your inner thighs at the smallest setting, just like this. So get it as close to your pelvis as you can, and then make sure your toes are facing forward so you're not duck-footed or pigeon-toed. And then feel into your most neutral pelvis. So not sinking forward into your hips and not sticking your butt out, but as neutral as you can get, and then just hug in. So arms down by your sides. Close your eyes and feel from the inside as you stand with awareness and intention. As you hug in with your inner thighs, feel that little bit of a tone it brings into your lowest, deepest abdominals, your low belly. Stay as you are, breathe in as big as you can, and hold at the top. As you're ready, open your mouth and let it go. Sigh it out. All right, Ujjayi breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Interlace your fingers, steeple index. Exhale, up and over to your right. Squeeze your block with your inner thighs. Try to keep your left shoulder back and down. So left bicep is next to your ear rather than in front of your face. Yes, you look so good. Squeeze your block with your inner thighs. Breathe into your left waistline, your left rib cage. Puff up your left ribs. Take one more big deep breath. Awesome, Mary Jo. Inhale, come back to center, realign and re-lengthen. So get your arms as long as you can, side body's long. Exhale, other side. So reach to your left. You're going for a crescent moon shape. Yes, squeeze your block. Breathe all the way down. Big, spacious breaths. Keep your arms strong. So rather than letting your elbows bend, see if you can reach and lengthen. Try to touch the left wall with your index fingers. Take one more round. You guys are doing so good. Inhale back to center. And as you exhale, keep your block where it's at, but just slowly dive down. Imagine you're trying to push your block towards the back wall as you dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Same thing, like you're trying to push your block towards the back wall with your inner thighs. Spiral them back. Exhale, fold. Now from here, plant your hands. You can either hop or waddle your way back into a plank position. So you'll be in a plank with your block in between your inner thighs. Use your block to find more of a connection to your center. So your belly button pulls in and up. See if you can rock forward and back. So just little baby rocks like you're sawing through wood with your body. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, keep squeezing your block. Lift your hips, press them back, down dog. You don't have to move hands or feet. Inhale, rock forward, high plank. See if you can come way forward on the tippy toes. Squeeze your block. And then exhale again. Lift your hips, press them back, down dog. Now listen, we're adding a push-up. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower halfway or as low as you can go. Keeping your belly strong. Squeeze your block. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, takes you back. Down dog, one more like that. Slow motion. Inhale, come forward. Use your core. Exhale, lower halfway or just as low as you can without collapsing anything. Inhale, push back up. Down dog, exhale. Go ahead and in your down dog, just grab your block and set it to the side. You can stay right here in your down dog, or if you'd like, you can rock forward one more time and take your vinyasa however you would like. So give yourself a moment in your heart opener, and then everybody eventually downward facing dog. Nice job, friends. So see if you can start to feel that hugging in of your inner thighs without your block there. So it always helps connect you to those lowest, deepest abdominals, those transverse. If you're back bending, you're hugging in with your inner thighs. That's protecting your low back, toning your low belly. So just awareness to bring in things to get curious about. In your down dog, one more time, you've got about 5 rounds. Feel free to move any way you want to. Feel free to be still if you want to. And even in stillness, there's so many little micro movements. There's so many little micro adjustments you can find. Big, deep breaths. Nice job, friends. Take one more great big inhale. Lift your hips a little higher. Push the ground away. Exhale, gaze forward. Step, tiptoe, or hop forward, fold. As you breathe in, halfway lift position. Lots of length. Exhale, bow, let it go. Root through your feet all the way up. Big stretch at the top. Inhale. Hands to heart. Exhale. All right, inhale, reach up. Interlace your fingers, steeple index. Exhale, up and over to your right. Squeeze your invisible block with your inner thighs. Inhale, back to center. Long, strong, powerful. Other side. Exhale. Squeeze your invisible block. Inhale, back up. This time, exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. If you tend to lock out your elbows like I'm doing right now, bend your elbows, suction cup your palms together, and imagine your elbows are magnetized. Squeeze them towards one another. See if you can start to reach your hands back. And then hug in with your inner thighs. See if you can lift your heart up. Press your hips gently forward, baby back bend. Take one more big inhale. Keep your clasp. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Lead with your heart all the way down into your fold. Hang out in your fold for a few deep breaths with your fingers interlaced. See if you can let your head be heavy. See if you can feel that connection to your center, that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. See if you can lift your knuckles higher. Let your head be heavy. Let your neck relax. Good job. Take one last big inhale. Good. And exhale, hands to your low back. Release your clasp. Nice and easy. Let your arms hang. Give them a little shake or shake your head. Find your breath. Breathe into a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you would like, or skip it. See you back in down dog. Thanks, Tyler. Awesome, Andrea. Good, everybody. I love the awareness. Big, deep breaths. From your down dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. And then if you want to, feel free, open up your hip, roll out your ankle, maybe circle out your knee. So anything that your body is calling for. And then eventually find square hips. So inner thighs face one another. Press up and back with your right foot as you press forward and down through your fingertips. Feel your connection to center. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, keep pushing the ground away, right knee to your nose. So round your spine, hollow out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. See if you can lift higher to your back, tippy, tippy toes. And then exhale, softly step through low lunge. Take your time, but we'll meet in crescent lunge. So if you want to stretch a little bit or move your legs a little bit, go for it. Eventually, high crescent. Awesome, Laura. So in crescent, you find stability by hugging in. So front hip pulls back hip pulls forward. Our inner thighs are hugging in, but our legs are just scissored apart. So find that connection to center, find that tone of your low belly, and then grow your side bodies long. Lift your heart high. Yeah. Soften your face, feel into your own unique expression. So you don't need to change anything physically, but just feel yourself in this pose, in this moment. Feel your breath flowing through you. What is the state of your energetic being? How does this pose feel inside of you? Take one more inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands to your front thigh and lean forward. Push your hands into your front thigh and draw your belly button in and up. So it almost feels like you're trying to puff up your low back. And then just lean forward, push into your front foot, back foot floats off the ground. Keep your back leg strong. Stomp it on an invisible wall behind you. Your spine is in a halfway lift position. Your hips are square. Stay where you're at, or option to add some arms. Maybe reach your arms out. Maybe reach your arms back. Maybe reach them forward. Maybe just one arm forward. So many options. Take one last huge breath. Awesome work. Nice, Shannon. Come back to crescent lunge, soft landing if possible. Inhale here. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the earth. Adding a twist, left hand on the ground or left hand on a block, right arm to the sky. Good. Nice job. So imagine that you're trying to pull your right hip back, but at the same time, your right knee is hugging towards your left armpit. It's magnetized to your left armpit. Breathe down into your belly and your low back. And as you exhale, see if you can work your twist a little bit deeper. I love the different variations you guys are going for. That's always welcome. Take one last huge breath. Maybe gaze up at your right hand. End of your exhalation, let it go. Walk your hands all the way over to the left long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. So all of your toes are facing directly forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Pause here. See if you can reach your arms out to both sides like you have great big wings. Palms face the ground. Yes, good. So imagine that you're trying to press the backs of your hands up towards the sky, but at the same time, you're trying to press your chest down. Feel your back muscles hug in. Use your core, stick your butt out, reach the crown of your head forward so everything is lengthening. Very nice. One last inhale, breathe, lengthen every direction. And then let it go as you exhale. Fold about 5 breaths or so. You're welcome to move, play, get curious, or just hang out and breathe. So in these moments where you have time for yourself, be with yourself. Go deeper inside. So rather than tuning out, thinking about what you got to get at the grocery store later, what you got to do tomorrow, think about or be with what is happening right now. So be on your mat, be with your breath, be with your body, be with sensation. Take about 2, maybe 3 more. You can exhale out your mouth at any time. Ah. All right, friends, inhale to a halfway lift position. This time, fingertips just on the ground. So bend your knees a lot if needed. And then walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. You're in a low lunge. From your low lunge, this is a big movement. Ready? Right foot roots down, all the way up to standing staff. So left knee lifts, arms reach up. Yeah, hug in with your inner thighs, flex your toes. Focus your gaze. So you are focused and alert, but calm and relaxed all at the same time. One more inhale here. As you exhale, figure 4. So outer left ankle, top of your right thigh. Sit back into a one-legged chair. You might swing your arms back like a chair plane. You might bring your hands to your heart. You might, for this first one, even take it into a forward fold variation, or if you want to play with an arm balance, if that's in your practice, if you've been working on it, go for it. So you've got a few rounds. Wherever you are at, just be there. If you're falling in and out of the pose 100 times, meet yourself right there. That's your practice. Flexion through your left toes. If you're sitting back in that one-legged chair, most of your weight is in your right heel. Good. Last couple of rounds. We're going to come back up to a standing staff. So ever so slowly, see if you can stay balanced on your right foot. Rise back up, reach back up. Left knee lifts out in front of your body. Option to extend your left leg if you want more. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, listen, swing your left leg around, curtsy squat. So left toes off the right side of your yoga mat like a diagonal lunge, like a shortened diagonal lunge. Hands to heart, bend your knees. Get nice and low. Square off your hips. So pull right hip back, left hip forward. Nice, Kev. Squeeze your inner thighs. You might take little baby pulses, just like an inch or so. Let that heat build in your legs. Soften your face. Send your breath all the way down. Yes. Now pause. Hold. One last round, your lowest position. Good work. Inhale, high mountain. So step back onto your mat. Reach your arms up. Exhale, little baby back bend, cactus, your arms curl open, lift your heart. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then slow dive, stick your butt out, heart forward all the way down. Good, halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen. And exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa your way. See you back in downward facing dog. All right, reconnect to your Ujjayi. Strong, powerful, slow, steady. Next time you breathe in, left leg to the sky. Good, and if you want to, go ahead, open up your hip, roll out your ankle, any exploration you'd like to take on this side. Eventually, find your square hips. Nice, Margie. So inner thighs face each other. You're pushing down through your fingertips. You're pushing up with your left foot. I do not care about height. Go for length, strength, power. Very nice. So good, you guys. Take one more inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose. Round your spine. Scoop out your belly. Push the ground away. Stay here as you inhale on your back, tippy toes. And then soft as you can, step through. Crescent lunge, no rush. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. There's definitely an element of balance here. So help yourself find your balance by hugging in. So front hip energetically is pulling back hip is energetically pulling forward. Those femur bones, those big bones in your thighs, they're plugged into the hip socket so your joints are stable. Now lift your heart, maybe even gaze up and feel in your upper body your own unique expression today in this moment. Thanks, Andrea. A little tone in your belly to support your low back. Feel your side bodies lengthening. Reach up through your fingertips. One more in-breath. Exhale, lean forward, hands to your front thigh, preparing for balance. So draw your belly button in and up. Find that connection to center. It's almost, again, like you're puffing up your low back. Just lean forward and float your back foot right off the ground. Keep your back leg strong so it supports itself. It shouldn't feel like your back leg weighs 1,000,000 pounds. If it does, means you're not using any of the muscles in your back leg. You're just trying to hold it up. So use the strength in your back leg. Use the strength in your core. Maybe add some arms. Soft face, big breath. One last round. Your personal fullest expression. And then come back into crescent lunge. Maybe you land really softly. So that's the intention. Exhale, hands come down. Very nice, friends. Add your twists. So stay in your lunge, right hand on the ground or a block, left arm up. Twist from your center. So it's easy to twist with your arms and your legs. Just kind of throw your left arm up there. See if you can feel it coming from your center. Feel that ringing out sensation with your exhales. Breathe all the way down into your low belly, low back. Good work. Last couple rounds. You might even look up at your left fingertips. Let the left side of your heart open. Very end of your next exhale, let it go. Unwind. Walk your hands all the way over to the right long edge of your mat this time. We're going to do something different, and we won't do this in our flow, but just for now, inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and then root into your feet. Rise all the way up. Arms reach up. And then as you exhale, heels in, toes out, bend your knees, hands to thighs. So you're in this wide-legged squat position. Yeah, and if you need to adjust so that your ankles are straight down from your knees, not inside or outside. So just right underneath. Sit nice and low and try as best you can to press your knees towards the wall behind you. So you're pressing into the outer edges of your feet. You might kind of sway a little bit. Slow, deep breaths all the way down into your inner thighs, your groin. Next inhale, like a standing cow pose. Stick your butt out, heart forward. And then exhale, twist towards the back of the room. Let your left shoulder dip down. Inhale through center, heart lifts. Exhale, twist towards the front. Right shoulder dips down, gaze over left. One more time like that. Inhale, center, stay low in your legs. Exhale, twist, press your knees open wide. Inhale, center. And one more time to the front. Exhale. This time, inhale, center. You can stay as long as you'd like. Eventually from here, just straighten your legs, parallel your feet. And when you are ready, you can come back into your wide-legged fold. No hurry. Once you are in your wide-legged fold, a few deep breaths to explore or to work your fold. Feel whatever there is to feel. Notice whatever there is to notice. So all that space inside of you, what's flowing through physically, energetically, emotionally, even what's coming up. So if you're frustrated, if these aren't the poses you wanted to do today and you're angry, let that anger be there and just hold it. If you're bored, let that boredom be there and just hold it, breathe into it. So we're not trying to fix anything. We're not trying to make everything perfect. We're just being with what's already here. Take one last round. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. So back to low lunge. Remember, we've got that big movement. Root into your left foot all the way up, top of your mat, standing staff. So if you need to use your right foot to kind of help you up, totally fine. Use whatever you need to. And then stand super tall, like you're zipping up a zipper through your midline. So feel everything hugging in and lifting up. Flex through your right toes, dorsal flexion, toes towards your shin. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, figure four, one-legged chair. So outer right ankle, top of your thigh. Sit back into your one-legged chair, maybe arms back, maybe hands to heart. Or if you want to explore on this side in any way, go for it. If your exploration happens to be falling in and out of the pose 1,000,000 times, perfect. Meet yourself right there. Keep that flexion through your toes. Keep breathing. Send your breath down into your outer right hip. If you're holding chair, weight is primarily in your left heel, last couple of rounds. Really good, you guys. See if possibly you can stay balanced on your left foot and slowly return to standing stack. If you need to set your right foot down, totally fine. Lift your right knee and maybe even extend your right leg forward. Press through your heel. One more inhale. Exhale, using the mobility in your right hip, swing your right leg around. Toes come off the left side of your mat. Your miniature diagonal lunge. Hands to heart, get low. Square your hips off. Left hip back, right hip forward. Tone your belly so you're not leaning forward and looking down. Your low back is nice and long. Your heart is lifted. Take your little pulses. Good. Stay low. So the pulses are just an inch or so of movement. Let that heat build. Nice, Makai. Soft face, focused and alert, calm and relaxed, all at the same time, as low as you can go. One last breath. And inhale, high mountain, stretch, lengthen. BB back bend, cactus your arms, hug in with your inner thighs, press your hips gently forward as you curl open. Inhale, re-extend. And then slow dive, stick your butt out, all the way down, hold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, vinyasa, take it your way. You can always skip it. You can always substitute cat-cows. So anything goes to get back to down dog. And if you'd rather take a child's pose this time, feel free. So you've got about 5 breaths, either in down dog or child's pose. Take a moment to just reconnect with your breath. Find the spaciousness in your breath. Maybe a couple open mouth sighs would feel really nice. So we're going to move through that entire sequence, that entire flow. Couple more times, but we'll be going a little bit faster. 1 breath, 1 movement. So that doesn't mean that we speed through it as fast as we can without even breathing. It means we move slowly and intentionally with our slow, deep breaths. So if I'm cueing what feels like really slow for you, see if you can breathe bigger. See if you can breathe deeper and use your breath to guide your movement. If at any time you want to take a break or you want to do your own thing, totally fine with me. So always honor what your body needs first. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. Great big inhalation into your dog pose. Exhale, look to the top of your space, however you want to get there. Forward fold. Halfway lift with your inhale. How much length can you create? Exhale, bow, let it go. Press into your feet, heart leads, rise all the way up, arms reach, reach. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, arms to the sky. Interlace fingers, steeple index. Exhale, up and over to your right, hips left, squeeze your invisible block. Inhale through center. Other side, up and over like a crescent moon shape. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. And as you breathe in, lift your heart open through the front of your heart. Exhale, slow dive. Keep your clasp. Inhale, see if you can keep your clasp as you lift halfway. Exhale, release, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Keep that exhale going as you lower, hold empty. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Exhale, down dog, lift your hips. Inhale, left leg high, strong and powerful. Did I say left leg? Exhale, left foot forward. Let's go with it. Left foot to the top of your space. Inhale, rise. You guys are so good at listening. And exhale, hands to your front thigh. Prepare for your balance. So use this exhale, prepare. Inhale, back foot floats up. Stay and hold. Exhale, option to add arms if you want to. Good job. And then come back, breathe in, high crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the earth. Ha. Inhale, twist, left arm to the sky, open. Exhale, unwind, hands to the right long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift, inhale, option to reach your arms out to both sides like great big wings. And then exhale, let it go, fold deeply. Ha. Come back to a halfway lift, this time fingertips on the ground, breathe in here. And then as you exhale, crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. You're coming back to low lunge. Inhale, standing staff, all the way up, right knee lifts, stand tall, find your balance. Exhale, figure four, arms can reach back or hands to heart, sit back. Inhale, standing staff, option to extend right leg forward. Exhale, curtsy squat, swing it around, hands to heart, get low. Reach high, breathe in, high mountain. BB back bend, cactus your arms, curl open, hug in with your inner thighs. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Exhale, slow dive all the way down. Beautiful, Wendy. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Try to keep your exhale going as you lower down. Heart lifts, breathe in. Don't just move through it, feel it, be in it. Then exhale back, down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Forest yoga style, they always do left first. Exhale, step your right foot through softly. Inhale, crescent, strong foundation through your legs. Lift your heart, perhaps gaze up. Hands to your front thigh. Exhale, navel to spine, prepare. Inhale, lean forward, back foot just floats up. Strong and powerful. Stay here as you exhale. Option for your arms if you would like. Good, nice Liz, come back, soft landing, crescents. Exhale, hands to the ground. Ha. Twist, breathe in, right arm up, gaze up, open up. Exhale, unwind, hands over to the left long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Halfway lift, add your wings, feel all that length, every direction, inhale. And then dive deeply, bow deeply, exhale all the way to emptiness. Come back to a halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, inhale here. And then exhale, walk your hands forward, rotate toes forward, you're in low lunge. All the way up, standing staff, so root in the right foot, lift your left knee, reach up. Exhale, figure four, one-legged chair, sit back. Nice, Tyler. Inhale, reach high, standing staff, maybe extend left. Curtsy squat, slowly swing your left leg around and get low. Curtsy, good. Inhale, reach high, high mountain. Baby back bend, cactus your arms, make it come from mid to upper back, inner thighs hug in. Inhale, re-extend, realign, neutralize. And dive down ever so slowly. Yes, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, take it however you would like, vinyasa. End up in child's pose or down dog and just take some big deep breaths. Beautiful, Makai. So take a moment to just feel all that energy you've stirred up inside of you. Feel all the sensation in your legs, in your arms. Feel your breath, big, spacious. Feel all the aliveness inside of you. We'll move through that flow one more time. I'm going to add a few things. So a few little additions, a few little changes. Just like always, stay present, listen to my cues, take what works and leave the rest behind. So my cues, they are invitations. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. Big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, gaze to the top of your space, however you would like to get there. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, let it go. Ha. Root through your feet and take it all the way up. Big stretch, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, here we go. Inhale, reach up. You want to change it up this time. Side body stretch of your choice to the right. Exhale. You can do the same or change it up. Up to you. Inhale through center. Other side. Exhale to your left. All the way to empty. Use your breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace. Use your inhale to open your heart, maybe little baby back bend, hugging with your inner thighs. And then keep your clasp as you dive down into your fold. See if you can keep your clasp as you lift halfway. So feel your back muscles hug around your spine as you lengthen out. Exhale, release, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Vinyasa or skip it. Inhale, heart lift. Very nice. Exhale, hips lift. All right, listen carefully. We'll go with left first. Inhale, left leg high. Hold here or exhale, left knee, right elbow. So a little twist across your body. Inhale, back up, lengthen, three-legged dog. Exhale, left to left. Keep your hips level with your shoulders as you come forward. Push the ground away. Inhale, back up. Very nice. Everybody, exhale, knee to your nose and step through. Crescent lunge, rise. Inhale. Exhale, hands to front thigh. Prepare. Inhale, back foot floats up. Warrior three, variation. Stay for your exhale, option for arms. And inhale back to crescent. See if you can land nice and softly. Nice, Chris. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, revolve lunge. Left arm to the sky. Open up. Exhale, unwind. Hands to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Now listen, we're going to pause here. Come to a halfway lift. Put fingertips just on the ground. And then start to crawl your hands towards the back of your mat a little bit more. And bend your back knee, bend your right knee. So this is a great place to stay if it feels like enough. Otherwise, moving into Skandasana, right toes pivot towards the back edge of your mat. Left toes pivot towards the sky. If at all possible, your right heel stays on the ground. And then imagine you're trying to pull your heels towards each other. Flex your left toes. Hands can be on the ground or a block for support, or maybe you lift your arms up. Keep the flexion through your left toes. Anywhere you want to go to explore. Last couple breaths. Good. Nice, you guys. And then let's come back. Wide-legged straddle position, halfway lift. Inhale. You can add your arms this time if you want. And just fold deeply all the way to empty. Halfway lift, fingertips down, breathe in. And as you exhale, spider crawl your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. Listen here, standing splits, left foot roots down, right leg floats up. So left foot down, right leg up, just like a one-legged forward fold. Let your head be heavy, let your neck relax. Get your right leg as high as you can. You can open your hip or you can keep them square. Neither is right or wrong. It just depends how you want to work it. Maybe spread your right toes. Take one more big inhale, lift, lengthen. Now listen, as you exhale, root into your left foot, knee to your nose. And then keep rooting into your left foot. Come all the way up, standing staff. Inhale here. Exhale, figure four, one-legged chair, sit back. Inhale, standing staff. Option to extend right. Exhale, curtsy squat. Swing it around, hands to heart, get low. Reach high, breathe in. Baby back bend, breathe out. Hug in with your inner thighs. Inhale, realign. And take your slow dive all the way down. Ha. Good work. Lift halfway. Lots of length. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands. Feet to the back of your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Skip it if you'd rather. Heart lifts with your inhale. And hips lift. Exhale. Ha. Inhale, right leg high. Stay and hold or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Try to keep your hips level with shoulders. Don't let them sink down. Inhale, back up. Nice, Liz. Exhale, right to right. Aim for your armpit. Push the ground away. Yes, awesome, Wendy. Inhale, back up. And then everybody knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Step through softly. Crescent lunge. Rise. Inhale. Your last time here. Exhale, hands to front thigh. Prepare for your balance, navel to spine. And then as you breathe in, launch off your back foot, fly. Stay as you exhale, option for some arms. Good work. Breathe in and land softly back in crescent. Exhale, nice Margie, hands to the earth. Twist, right arm to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, beautiful breath, unwind, hands over to the left, long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, straighten out your legs, come to a halfway lift, but keep your fingertips on the ground or hands on a block. Start to crawl your hands towards the back edge of your mat as you bend your left knee. So you can keep this, stick your butt out, reach the crown of your head forward, bend your left knee, you might even add a twist, left arm up, or a skandasana, left toes towards the back edge of your mat. Simultaneously, your right toes pivot up and your butt comes down. So if you can't keep your left heel on the ground in this pose, it's most likely an adjustment through your pelvis. So play around with what you're doing in your pelvis. Flex your right toes. If you're in full skandasana, flexion through your right toes. And then try to squeeze your heels towards each other so you're not sinking into it. You're supporting yourself with muscle energy. Maybe your hands lift. Last couple breaths. Good job. Ah. All right, let's come back. Wide-legged straddle with a halfway lift. Inhale, option to reach your arms out this time if you want. And then work into your full dive deep all the way to empty. Halfway lift, inhale. Fingertips on the ground, and then exhale. Mindfully crawl your hands forward, low lunge. Standing splits, right foot roots, left leg lifts. It's like a one-legged forward fold. So please do not let the name psych you out. It does not have to look anything like the splits. Just find activation through your left toes. Find energy running all the way up into your left toes. Feel it. Feel a connection to your center. One more big, huge inhale. As you exhale, left knee to your nose. So both knees bend. It's like you're in a little ball balanced on your right foot. Now press into your right foot all the way up, rise, standing staff. Inhale and exhale, figure four. Inhale brings you back, standing staff. Maybe extend left. Curtsy squat, slowly, intentionally swing it around and get low. Inhale, high mountain stretch. One more standing back bend here. Cactus your arms, hug in with your inner thighs as you gently press hips forward. Squeeze your invisible block. Inhale, back to center. Squeeze your invisible block, exhale, slow dive. So you're pushing that invisible block back as you dive down. Halfway lift. You guys are awesome. Breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Stay with me. Pause in your plank pose. So you're in plank. One arm at a time. Come down to your forearms, forearm plank. Find the strength through your belly. Squeeze your invisible block with your inner thighs. That might help. It might even help to bring your legs together and just literally squeeze your legs together. So if you want to stay in forearm plank, you're totally welcome to do so. Otherwise, we're moving into dolphin. So keep hugging in with your upper arms. Keep pushing down through your forearms. Walk your toes in. Lift your hips high. So hips as high as they will go. Imagine there is an invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. You can stay in your dolphin, or you can play with lifting one leg and then the other. Try not to sink into your shoulders so your head should not touch the ground. Soften your face. I promise you get a rest after this. Last couple breaths. Really good. Open your mouth and sigh anytime. All right, my friends, bring your knees down. Take a rest, child's embryo, puppy, whatever you like. Just let everything settle. Let everything slow down. Just feel whatever there is to feel. Rise and follow your breath. The ground underneath you. Soften your face, your jaw. All right, my friends, come up to a tabletop position and come all the way down to your belly. So you can just kind of scoot your knees back and lower down however you want. We're gonna move into a shoulder pigeon. So turn your head to the left, right arm straight out to the right with your palm facing the ground, and then roll up onto your right side body. Yeah, good. So you're on your outer right hip. You can bring your left foot down behind you like a little kickstand. Or sometimes I like to put my left foot in front of me like a little kickstand. Sometimes I like to take hand to big toe pose here. So you take your left peace fingers to your left big toe, extend your left leg straight up. Some people like to take a quad stretch. So whatever you would like to engage in, just get curious, breathe into it. Your number one priority here is your right shoulder. So focus on that first. And then if you want to add, you can add a big, spacious breath to settle, to soften around any hard edges. Take about 3 to 5 more. Biggest breath you've taken all class long. One last breath. Slowly ease your way back onto your belly. And take a moment. So once you're back on your belly, just turn your head the opposite direction for a second. You can tee out your arms or let your arms rest down by your sides with your palms facing up. And either just kind of shimmy your hips, rock your hips side to side a little bit, or bend your knees and windshield wiper your shins. If you do bend your knees and windshield wiper your shins, make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. Breathe down into your low back. And then whenever you are ready, your head is already turned to the right. Just extend your left arm out, palm face down, and roll onto your left side. No hurry. This side might feel completely different than the other side, so do pay attention to that. Breathe into any spaces that feel dense or heavy or stuck. For some reason in this pose, a lot of times, I feel like when I take a really big inhale, my breath gets shaky at the end. So if that happens to you, if anything like that happens to you, get curious about that. How can you adjust your body so that you can breathe more fully and fluidly so that your breath can flow into every space? Take about 3 more rounds, 3 or 4 more. Good job, friends. Soft through your face, unclench your jaw. Big, huge breath, just one more. And then ease your way as you are ready back to your belly. And just like we did before, turn your head the opposite direction for a moment. Kind of shimmy your hips or windshield wiper your shins. You want to try something different than windshield wiper, you can try egg beater, which is circling your feet in opposite directions at opposite times. So it's like you're throwing them into a little mixing bowl. It's kind of a mind-body coordination, like rubbing your tummy and patting your head. All right. In your next couple of rounds, find your way up to a tabletop position. And then from your tabletop, we'll move into an extended kneeling position, setting up for camel pose. So as you come into your extended kneeling position, if you need extra cushion for your knees, you can double or even triple up your mat, fold it over, and then bring your knees onto that cushiony area. Locate your block, bring it in between your inner thighs, just like we did at the beginning of class. So I personally prefer my toes tucked under. It helps to stabilize my shins, and it also brings my heels a little closer to me. So if you don't tuck your toes, just make sure this isn't what we want. So you would have to spread your toes and press actively through your toenails if you want to untuck your toes. Hug in with your inner thighs and just bring your hands to your low back like you're about to put them in your back pockets, or you can make fists, or you can wrap your fingers, thumbs face in. Any of those variations, perfect. Roll your shoulders back and down, put your elbows straight back. Hug your block with your inner thighs and start to push your hips forward as you curl open through your heart. Try not to let your head just collapse back, but extend back. So it's like there's support, an invisible hammock holding your head behind you. Keep squeezing your block. Stay here, or maybe one hand reaches back to grab your heel, whichever hand feels more comfortable. Stay there, or maybe other hand reaches back to grab your heel. Keep squeezing your block, pressing your hips forward. Lift your heart, breathe down into your belly, soften your face. Wherever you are at, see if you can take 2 or 3 more breaths on your own. Soften around the pose. Soften within the pose. We'll come out just like we came in, hands to low back first, leading with your heart, not your head. Slowly rise. So head comes up last. Once you are back to neutral, you can bring your knees off of your mat, untuck it, move your block out of the way. Come to a puppy pose first, so hips just over your knees, forehead to the ground. So think neutral spine for just a moment. And then after a couple of breaths in a neutral spine, all the way back to a child's pose, and that should feel really nice. Breathe into your low back. And in your next couple of rounds, downward facing dog. Don't worry, you guys. Pigeon pose is next. Inhale, right leg to the sky. And then right shin forward, set your body down gently. So right knee nice and wide, pull your right hip back. So it's like there's a rope attached to your right butt cheek. It's pulling back and up as you take your heart forward and down. So if you can get your right butt cheek on the ground in this pose, especially if you can get your right butt cheek on the ground really easily, try not to. So your practice is stability here more than flexibility. Plug the femur bones into the hip sockets. Right hip pulls back as your heart goes forward. Keep a little bit of flexion through your toes, or just energy through your toes like you're trying to spread them. I'll come around with a little essential oil spritzy. If you do not want it on you or near you, just give me a little raise of your hand. Okay, cool. Thank you. And just big, deep breaths down into your hip. Soften with each exhale. Ah. Good job, everybody. Take about 3 to 5 more breaths. So notice, have you gone somewhere else? Are you thinking about the rest of your day? Are you thinking about your to-do list? It's okay if you are. Be compassionate. We're all human. But come back. Come back. Teach yourself to stay here, to stay present, to stay in your body, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's boring. Take one last huge round. Side out your mouth if you want. And then start your own transition back to a 3-legged down dog. You can get there however you want to. Personally, I find it the path of least resistance to just press my hands down and take my right leg back and up. You can give your right leg a little shake out. Maybe you would like to flip your dog as a counter stretch or a counter pose. So feel free, give yourself a couple breaths in wild thing or flip dog. And then eventually everybody just regular down dog, walk it out. If you would like to take your own vinyasa before we move to the other side, please feel free. Let's kind of reset. And then I'll just let each of you in your own time take your left leg up and take your left shin forward. Good job, friends. So set it up with just as much care and awareness as you did on the other side. Pull your left hip back as you take your heart forward. So this should not feel like you can just fall asleep in this pose. There's still muscle energy. You're supporting the structure, the integrity of the pose as you soften around it and within it. Big, deep breath. Good job, Makai. About 4 or 5 more. Side out your mouth anytime. Ah. Last couple breaths. And I will just leave it up to you ultimately. So when you feel pretty much even on both sides, to start that transition back to your 3-legged down dog. Any movement you want to take from there, maybe opening through your hip or flipping your dog or even just circling your knee around. Eventually, regular down dog. So no rush, take your time. Walk it out in your dog or move through one final vinyasa if you're feeling it. If you'd rather take a child's pose, one final child's pose, that's fine with me. So wherever you are at, just a couple more breaths, feeling into all the space inside of you, all the sensations. Good. And then from wherever you are at, start to find your way down onto your back and make sure you have your block somewhere handy, somewhere you'll be able to grab it easily. You can face whichever direction you feel so inclined to face. I do not care. Once you're on your back, just hug your knees in and take a little rock, a gentle rock from side to side. And then grab your block and same placement as we've been doing this entire class, in between your inner thighs, smallest setting. You don't have to worry too much about getting it right up towards your pelvis. It can be closer to your knees if you want. It's not super important. So knees over hips, shins parallel to the ground. Tee out your arms or cactus your arms against the ground. Flex through your toes. Take an inhale here. Feel your nice neutral spine. And then as you exhale, let both of your legs fall to the right, but keep them hovering right above the ground. Hold there. Inhale, squeeze your block, active feet, and exhale like you're moving in slow motion. Slowly bring your knees back to center. Inhale, center, active feet, knees right over your hips, shins parallel to the ground. Exhale to your left, slowly hover above the earth. Don't let your right shoulder lift. Stay here as you breathe in, squeeze. Exhale slowly back to center. Inhale, center. Extend your left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knees to your right. Keep squeezing your block. Hover them right above the ground. So switch out your legs. You're doing the opposite direction. And back to center with your exhale. Inhale, center. Switch out your legs. So for most of you, left leg extends. Or it's right leg now, sorry. Exhale, other side. Now I'm all mixed up. Just you want your top leg extended. Squeeze your block, hover and hold, breathe in. And back to center slowly as you exhale. This time, see if you can extend both legs. They don't have to be completely straight, just extend as much as you can. And exhale to your right, or whichever side you're doing. Hold as you breathe in. Try to keep backs of your shoulders rooted. Squeeze, slow motion back to center. Inhale, center, neutral spine. Make any adjustments needed. Active feet. And then to the other side is your last time. Hover and hold. Do not let your shoulders lift. Squeeze, active feet. Breathe in and then exhale back to center ever so slowly. Keep your block in between your inner thighs. Set your feet on the ground with your knees bent. So now you may want to adjust. We're moving into a bridge pose. If you want to bring your block closer towards your pelvis, feel free. Arms down by your sides. Exhale in your breath. Pull your belly button down. Scoop just your tailbone up. And then inhale, peel your spine off your mat. Come into your bridge pose. You can work your shoulders underneath you if you want to. You can interlace your fingers underneath you if you want. So right here, this position, think about it. We're in a camel pose or something very similar to a camel pose. We just tipped it over on our back. So you want to feel that same opening through the front of your heart. You want to squeeze in with your inner thighs and press your hips up towards the sky. Press into your hips and your heels and the inner edges of your feet especially. See if you can pick up your toes, spread them. See if you can feel your breath all the way down in your belly. Tilt your chin up, press down through the back of your head. Take one last big, huge in-breath. Stay in your bridge, but work your shoulders out from under you, arms straight up towards the ceiling. Reach up. One last inhale, lift your hips, squeeze your block. Keep reaching your arms up and slowly, one vertebra at a time, lower down as you exhale. Very nice. Once you are back in neutral spine position, back on the ground, remove your block, set it to the side. Take your feet out to the width of your mat now, so feet wider than hips. Tee out your arms or cactus your arms, windshield wiper your knees side to side. Slowly and intentionally. Good, and if you want, you can even stay on one side for a couple breaths or so. The other side, couple breaths or so. Then after you've had enough of these windshield wipers, happy baby pose. You can rock it out in your happy baby. You can extend one leg and then the other leg. If there, let's say, give yourself about 5 to 10 more breaths. If there are any other poses, movements, stretches that your body is craving. So anything else that you would like to move through to finish off your own practice, go there. So eventually just start transitioning into your final relaxation. That can be the traditional corpse pose or any other position that will allow you to really relax, just rest and let go. My thought for you is simple today. Just says your freedom isn't between you and them. It's between you and you. So just a reminder, our freedom it comes from inside of us. What we allow to be seen by others without needing validation, without needing approval. What parts of ourselves we allow to be seen even by ourselves, be acknowledged and held even by us. So these last few moments, let whatever's inside of you, even those parts that are uncomfortable, even those parts we try to keep hidden, let every part have space, have freedom, have room to flow through your fingers, through your toes, up and down your spine. So these last few moments, your breath can be completely effortless. Your body can just give in to gravity. Your muscles can just soften and relax. And hopefully now your mind is just a little more still. And these last few moments, as I play my bowls, as I just use all these different percussion tools, imagine your body is just this great, big, wide open space. And let the vibrations flow through you. So rather than hearing with just your ears and just up in your head, imagine that you can hear with your skin, through your skin, all your pores. Imagine you can feel the vibrations in every space inside of your body. And just notice what comes, notice what goes, and let it. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And just slowly bring gentle movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And as you feel ready, roll to either side. Just a nurturing fetal position. And take one last moment, just curling into yourself, this nurturing pose, fetal position. Just really let your practice, let all the energy from that sound bath, let it all just settle inside of you, seep in, soak in, integrate in, visualize that, use your imagination. And then staying as relaxed as possible through your body, ease your way up into seated meditation. So right back where we began, sitting up, facing forward, eyes closed and hands gathered to your heart. So bow your head to your heart and just acknowledge yourself showing up here today, taking time to roll out your mat, to slow down enough to listen, listen to your breath, listen to your body, connect with yourself in a deeper way. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, my friends, good work. You're so welcome. So any questions, feel free to ask.